Internet, what's up? It's Type QQ. It's Touhou 16. Hidden Star of Four Seasons. It's Reimu. It's that thing. Doing this thing. You know how it is. It's pretty much. We're pretty much just doing the same thing now. It's the same thing. It's Groundhog Day all over. That's what that is. You know, where we're not learning. You know, this old dog is not learning any new tricks. It's this is going to go on until we reach another solar eclipse in another 100-something years, right? Um, that's not exactly true. Um, I've been really thinking about and experimenting on playing with my releases a bit more aggressively, and I suppose that sentence really needs more context. Yes, as we collect these sort of flower petals, these green ones to be exact, our release gauge on the bottom there is going to go up to a number of releases. Odd name, but let's just go with it, right? You can hit that release button to cancel out buttons. Cancel buttons. Jesus, fuck, man. To cancel bullets coming your way, such like so, and also suck up items. However, I've really been striking out with this game on normal mode, so I've been kind of trying to think outside the box. Although I'm not, I don't know. I don't know if there's a mystery that that hasn't been uncovered that I need to consider more. I think I'm just trash. But as you can see, kind of, a couple seconds ago there, you kind of see what I've been thinking of just aggressively trying to use the releases. And we're on to the first boss right now. And the sort of strategy I'm taking, or at least, trying to cut corners, I suppose, or at least employ a little bit more aggressiveness while, I don't know, I guess like, almost like in a boxing term, like as you see right there, almost kind of like picking my opportunities to be aggressive. You'll see it actually kind of fails and backfires a few times, I guess is the lesson learned here. However, it is, like I was saying, like almost like a concept I just really haven't been able to get out of my head to kind of rush forward before, an enemy or a boss fires, and then just kind of drop a release on them, And certainly, it does kind of. I at least, all I can say is like I believe I kind of stuck with it to what regard, in this video. But as you can see, at least from the runtime, it didn't necessarily go the most successful thing ever. I suppose. I don't know. I really don't have much to add. Maybe it's not that great of a strategy to employ. I mean, in essence, you would think, okay, I'm going to eliminate the entire attack by a well-placed, release and get all kinds of bonus points out of it. But I suppose the first part of that would be like, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for right there. But it's just, yeah, you'd almost have to you have to time not just every enemy's entrance, but like every attack as well, which I guess isn't necessarily the hardest, especially when it comes to bosses who pretty much telegraph every attack. But with Cherno's release, you certainly can get away with doing this sort of nonsense, Did not see that pink knife, unfortunately. And then really out of retaliation, we're going to treat her real bad just because, it's just, I don't know. sometimes I just get so frustrated with her that I think we're gonna just kind of stomp on her here, really, and really try our best to be take a more aggressive route. You know, not necessarily like try to cut corners, but kind of get cheap shots in as soon as as often as we can. Raymond was not the most brilliant bomb ever, but sometimes I think as long as you clear the screen of bullets, it doesn't really matter, how efficient a bomb is. Did a lot of damage there. And I often wonder if that release was placed rather well and we just did a ton of damage there. Usually that pattern lasts a lot longer, and it really just kind of shot maybe like 5 or 6 layers of it, and that was it. So an interesting development to the experiment all the same. Third level here, of course. And about halfway to our next extends, which do take advantage of the nice point bonus that we have at 14,000. It really could be worse, I suppose. I believe they maxes out at 10,000, so we have probably 1.4. There it is. That's our second extends, and they come rather quickly. The first few. And well, luckily that bomb actually found that boss. It was otherwise pretty poorly used. And really quick, up to 5 lives. I mean, aside from that stupid hit of just kind of getting blinded by that pink knife, doing pretty okay, I guess. Again, kind of imploring that, what am I saying, cheap shot method of those releases early on into these boss attacks. And probably would have done it here if our ever-dreaded sort of red tentacle attack wasn't present and kind of just pushing us to the back. I mean, the scary thing is about being so aggressive with the releases now is that we get into a situation where we're finding ourselves in a corner and not a whole lot of outs. Yeah, we take Otherwise clumsy hit there, but kind of finish it off there. So, although, taking a couple hits, we still have 4 lives. I mean, otherwise we probably could have, upwards of 7, so. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the sort of cheap shot tactic, TM, yeah, running around like an idiot and got punished. Yeah, pretty disappointing, unfortunately. But we are sitting at 20k for each blue point. So certainly, we certainly want to pick up as many as we can. But it's kind of strange that we're at a point in the game where enemies really start packing heat, and we gotta really keep our eyes open for bullets that could come our way. But we certainly don't want to leave a lot of those drifting off. However, like I've said in past videos, you watch a lot of these 1cc's, and they don't really pay attention to the points all that much. So maybe I'm kind of going about it the wrong way. Just ever lured and tricked for those extra bonus points, I guess. Another just abysmal trash dodge, followed by another, and this is just kind of where it's at right now, where it's just all hands on deck and just kind of just bleeding, So, just moments ago we had at least 4 lives and sitting okay, and then just kind of squandered them all away. 2 of them being probably too aggressive to the wrong boss, mini boss rather, and paying the price for it, surely. Sitting right underneath another extends, however, we're certainly not going to see it if, we continue to play like a bunch of idiots. Alright, there's our extends there. And every so often you can see that they give you a nice chunk of bullets to chew on, but just as soon as we got the extends, we lost it, and I have some doubts, I have some reservations about reaching another extends where we're at 41 mil, looking at 70, and we have one of our more challenging bosses, and I don't even say more, I want to say the most challenging boss that we have so far. We'd be able to get through her, but she's certainly taken our most of our momentum, if not all of our momentum, most runs. There it is, final life here. Still sticking with that sort of cheap shot stuff, and I don't know what regard. At least this attack isn't particularly challenging anymore. We kind of got the hang of that. It's still this and prior attacks that really have got my head in a turns, in a sort of whirlwind rather. Thankfully, this pattern is rather easy for us, where we can kind of do exactly this: stand right in front of her, shoot her to death, and then just release off her bullets as they come up. But I mean, certainly it's not been a pretty fight upwards to this mark. And sitting at no bombs, we have one release, but not any longer. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, we'll come back and play some more.